which is, it's always great to kind of get out and get to know people on a personal level and blow off some steam and, wake up in the morning with some bloodshot eyes. That's always fun. But more importantly, I think from the feedback I've received from everyone is, the sessions were really enlightening, very valuable information, and I want to kind of start this meeting off on the right foot by saying, we've got a little bit of momentum going here, and I want to make sure that, A, we carry it on into our case call-out campaign for the next 2 weeks, because we've only got the session today and one more next week going, and obviously I want to make sure that we carry this momentum going into the rest of the weeks and months as we continue to progress. So I just wanted to throw that out again. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped. I know we all learned a lot, and at the end of the day, the expectation, as I have said before, guys, is, we learned some really interesting little nuggets there. My expectation is that we're going to, use the questions that we've learned, over this case call-out campaign, the questions that we learned in our services session, IDM sessions, et cetera, all the sessions from last week, and kind of, make sure that we're asking our customers the right questions going forward. In some cases, it's going to be some inbound activity, meaning that, we do get a lot of inbound activity from our customers. Let's not be order takers and just kind of, fulfill a quote or fulfill an order that the customer is asking us to fulfill. Let's kind of reach out and ask some more questions as they relate to some of the some of the domains and some of the solutions that we've slowly been learning to position with our customers. So with that being said, that's kind of a bit of a kickoff. I'm going to pass it over to Jason, because he has some information on a new tool that he wants to share with us. So I'm going to pass it over to Jay.
Hey
Jason?
guys. So Carolyn, if you can give me control, that would be excellent. All right. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys can see my desktop now?
Yeah, we see it. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Just a little bit shy of $500,000, so $471,000 in pipeline. There's still some outstanding activities or plays that haven't been accepted that I'm going to get into kind of near the end here. But what I want to kind of start off and talk about here is a couple of the new opportunities that have been added. So if we could start off with this one's got Jason's name on it, but I know it was Rob Lay's opportunity. So maybe Rob, you can talk to the team a little bit about what the how you uncovered the opportunity, what it's all about, and then Jason, if you have anything else to add, you can kind of chime in there. Rob, you there?
Yep. So this was actually a customer that we quoted back in September 2009 for our case.
Hey, Rob, you might be on mute. Somebody else is picking you up in their on their phone, so could you
can you hear
check your phone or microphone? Yeah, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Okay. This was a customer that we quoted in September 2009 before Dell acquired Case, and it was cost prohibitive to them back then. So we figured we'd take another shot at them now, and our account executive on the for this account was with the customer last week, and we brought up the subject of Case again, and they were interested in taking another look at it. So he got in touch with me in terms of how we move this going forward. So I looped in Jay, I talked to him briefly about the opportunity, and we brought him into the conversation with the customer, basically by email, introducing him as our case specialist, and Jay's followed up with him just for some more information in terms of number of nodes that they have and exactly what what they're looking for in a case. I guess back in the original quotes, we quoted the full solution. So Jay just wants to clarify if that's still the case, whether we need the K1000 or K2000 in here. And then once we get that confirmation, we'll be able to quote out the right solution and hopefully close it this time around.
So Rob, maybe you could walk us through how you the actual how you came across the opportunity. How did you uncover it? Were there any specific questions you asked? Like maybe you could walk us through the whole, how this ended up becoming an opportunity.
We brought this one up earlier. The original contact that we had on this wasn't there or wasn't responding. Basically, we went through a different contact at Manitoba Ledge. So, this was after the initial round of call-outs where we were kind of focusing on K-12. We were looking at some of our smaller opportunities and kind of picked this one to take another stab at. So, we picked the account. It was basically, we were going to send out the Marcom. It just so happened that Troy had a meeting set up with them. So we said, I'm going to be in person with them. Let me bring up the situation while I'm there, and that's really how it came about. We didn't go through the official Salesforce call-out play for this one, but it just grew from his meeting with them last week.
Okay, I don't know, Jay, if you want to add anything else, any further detail, anything interesting about this, maybe that the team would be interested in hearing.
Yeah, it's still in the infancy stages of this deal. The biggest thing that I could recommend is that if you guys had quoted, or the customer has a quote that was either pre-Dell acquisition or early last year, just post acquisition, I would say get in front of them again and let's see if we can get a new quote out to them. Not that pricing has changed, but in a lot of cases, the account executives were quoting out the unlimited bundle, which is kind of our biggest enterprise version of Case, which isn't necessarily the right fit for everybody. So let's take the opportunity to talk to some people that we've already talked to about it, and maybe we can requote them and see if the new price or the correct price with for their correct needs helps push those deals through.